helping you survive September with a game plan for easy meals to get you through the week. Please welcome Randy Feltis. Usually you walk in here, today you're rolling in, Mayor. What's going on?
Oh, well, you know, I'd like to say something really glamorous, like, you know, somebody tackled me on a field, but no, you know what? I wiped out. So, yeah. And I've got like a bone chip and an air cast. It's so excellent.
Listen, it happens, but she's such a trooper. You're here and you're excited because the home economist in you is drooling at this menu. What we're going to do is we're going to go grocery shopping. We got our chef, we got our home economist. We're going to go grocery shopping, and then you're going to show us exactly what the game plan is when it comes to our weeknight meals, because we run out of ideas by about mid-September.
Right, and so we've got seven. We've got seven whole menus. We've got your lunch and dinner. We've got all your proteins and all the stuff that you have to buy. And wasn't it fun planning this out?
You know what? It's not something I normally do, but September does get kind of crazy, and to plan it all out makes it easy because you can go to the grocery store, you can go bang, 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 get all your stuff, cross it off, and then you know what you're going to do for the rest of the week.
I know, but I do this all the time because I'm like an anal type A, and so it's like, write the list, check it off, you know. So yeah, I'm really excited about this.
This is the way to do it to save money as well, I might add, and take all the guesswork out of your dinner. So let's start with our groceries.
Okay, good. Randy's gonna, he's the chicken guy, so you want to show us what you're gonna do?
I'm all about the winner chicken dinner. Like, so when I go to the grocery store, I just buy things randomly, I do, but as soon as I come home, I always cook something. Whether it's like a great big roast or chicken or whatever it is, and then I just kind of cook like that throughout the meal, or throughout the week, right? So what we're gonna do is like our first line, our all-star team, they're up. The chicken's up. So what are we gonna do? First night, Saturday night, we're doing a winner chicken dinner. Grilled asparagus, roasted potatoes, pretty simple, ready to go, right? Yeah. Then what we're gonna do is, hey, how you doing? All the way back up here to a roast chicken panzanella. Super simple. You come in, you cut up some tomatoes, get your bread, get your chicken, a little bit of olive oil. You're a hero, right? Yeah. Now, take care, look out, we've got to go all the way down here, chicken noodle stew. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the bones, we're going to do a stock, we're going to give it some love, get some carrots in there, some other veggies in there, a little egg noodle, right? And then to finish, we're going to save a little bit of the chicken, and we're going to come up here, we're going to go sweet corn chicken lettuce wraps for lunch.
I love this.
It's a big foreplay, but it works all the way down the line.
Foreplay, I don't know. Offside. Okay, so I'm gonna do a roasted beef because I love all the iron, the B12, the complete protein. And we're gonna come down here and we're gonna do a roast beef dinner. But instead of doing potatoes, I'm gonna do barley because that's a good source of fiber with some oven roasted carrots and some steamed broccoli. Good. And then this is gonna become the makings of. We're going to go over here and we're going to do a hearty beef and vegetable barley soup with the leftover beef. It's wonderful, easy, quick. You don't have to really hardly do anything.
And your leftover barley too.
The leftover barley, double whammy. I got a double whammy.
Double whammy, baby.
And then down here, I'm going to do a beef. Hang on, no, where am I going? No, I'm not doing that. We're going to have tacos that night too because it's Taco Tuesday. Yes. And then we've got the leftover sliced beef. A lot of people do ground. I want to do sliced roast. Nice. And then way over here, I've got this one, and we're going to do a salad with horseradish dressing and the sliced beef. And then the extra ones I have, you know, in case you have like midnight snack attack and you want a sandwich. So but I got the double one and the barley.
I love the double down.
Okay, double down.
I love that.
Double down. You know what's so good about this though? You're even introducing grains that we might not think of because after your 7th night in a row having rice or potatoes, you want to try something like barley. You need new fibers, you need new proteins all the time, or new ways of making the protein.
There you go.
So now, what do you want to do next?
Okay, so ground beef. Now, this was on sale this week, and it was a huge sale, so I bought a whack of it. Yeah. And I'm going to make these quick black bean chili thing. But the rest of it, I was going to use, and I'm going to freeze it. Yes. So next week, I've already got a dinner that I might make a bouillonnaise sauce out of.
Fantastic.
So I'm ahead of the game. Okay, what are you going to do with your
eggs? Always get a ton if it's on special.
Speaking of new proteins, eggs are like the most beautiful thing in the world because they're ready to go. There's no mise en place. Really, you just literally have to get cracking. I know. Right? So you come home from your grocery shopping, you're like, what do I do? Well, you just kind of get cracking. So eggs are going to kind of come up, and you know we're going to go into a scramble formation, right? And here we go to the zucchini and mint frittata with radicchio, a little bit of like kind of fancied up, but it's a nice omelet with some bit of salad on top, right? And that's looking fantastic. But then we're going to double down the next day, the Sunday, and the eggs are going to find themselves in some hot water. Oh my stars. Okay, with some risotto balls, some arancini, some poached egg, and some mushroom fricassee.
Okay, fancy.
Quick stew, it's fine, it's good. And then they can jump all the way down to dinner down here. That's right, the old school, old-fashioned, fantastic, good times. Get yourself a bottle of wine, Western sandwich with spicy salami.
Nice.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, because you don't want to have to cook every single day.
Yeah.
You're going to buy hummus and have it with veggies for lunch because you want to make your life easy, okay?
Yeah, perfect. Have some of these meals on the go, though, because these are healthy, and you're not going to go to takeout. You're going to have that at home, and it's super duper easy, plant-based, all good. Guys, this makes me very excited. I might actually go into my kitchen and cook something. I'm serious. So Cityline wants to make September easier for you, so we are going to post this entire menu plan along with all the recipes for every single dish you see right here on our website. You can download the recipes and create your very own Cityline recipe binder, okay? You try that. Do that. Now, we're going to take some of this. We're going to talk about some tips when it comes to your meal planning and your prepping. So why don't we go over here?
All right,
and you can tell us, after you've come home from the grocery store,
okay, good. Excellent. Thank you, Randy.
Get all organized.
Excellent. Okay, so I love buying a strip loin beef because there's no waste. So there's no bones, and it's even so it's going to cook a lot quicker. Okay. And so when I bring it home, I'm just going to salt and pepper it, just a little bit of table salt. I'm not into the other salts because I want you to have the iodine from the table salt.
Okay.
And then a little bit of pepper. And then the big trick on cooking a roast is that you want to put it in a shallow roasting pan on a rack. And you want the heat to go around it. And the method that I use is I stick it in the oven at 450 for 10 minutes, and I'm oven searing it. Then I drop it down to 275, and I cook it to internal temperature. So you really need a thermometer, okay? Now, Randy, I know you're a chef, and you do the whole banging and touching thing.
Touch it, we talk to it. Yeah, I love that stuff.
But you know, I'm not into banging and touching. I want to do a thermometer.
Really?
Anyway, whatever. Moving on. Okay, so you can do one of these ones, or you can do one of those.
Thermometers work. So you're looking at like 140, 145, somewhere around there.
Yes, 140, 145. And then when it comes out of the oven, you tent it with some foil to let all those juices, go back in and be lovely. And then I've got things like I've got my tacos ready. I've got my stuff for the salad, and I would prep that in advance. And while this is cooking, I would actually cook the barley, maybe roast the carrots. I could do a whole bunch of stuff in advance, so that my life is basically easier.
And you're doing this as soon as you get home from the grocery store.
I do. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's something to get you to get us all thinking. You do that as well.
I have one very important job to do before I get home from the grocery store. As soon as I get home from the grocery store, I clean out the fridge.
Oh, nice.
It's what I do. It's just like, because I'm in charge of the fridge in the kitchen at home. And so it's like, just get all the stuff that you think, and then that kind of like can go into a soup or something, or maybe we'll snack on it. But whatever, I clean out the fridge and I get it organized. The second thing I do is I roast a chicken, or I roast a beef, or I do something like that.
Yeah.
And it's the easiest thing. I mean, some people are kind of intimidated about a chicken, but it's really not. They're kind of fun to play with. You know, if you got kids at home, you do a little dance, and it gets them excited about their food.
I'm dancing with my beef too.
Yeah.
I'm dancing.
It's fun. It's entertaining. And it can be really, really simple. So what I do is I just take like a whack of garlic, right? And it goes, it goes into the chicken.
Okay.
You put it in there, get a couple shallots. Guess what?
And you're just throwing it in there whole?
I just throw them in there. I just chuck it in.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, some limes. See that little margarita party in there? Loosen up a little bit. You have some tequila added, I'm sure. Be fine, right?
Just as a sidebar, I think this was way easier. Mine, just salt and pepper and
no, listen, I know, but it's just like it'll come back. It's kind of simple. We're getting 4 out of this one.
And
then some herbs. Just kind of stuff them in there.
Okay.
And then heavy. I kind of like the sea salt. I like the kosher salt. And I go heavy on it because it's not as strong.
Yeah.
Oh boy. No. That's downtown Flavor Town right there.
Well, and I'm also table salt because of the iodine. But it's just a style of cooking, and I'm just like an iodine.
I like the kind of like how it looks like, crunchy big snowflakes, right?
Chefy, home economist.
All right, I'll put some on mine.
Put some on there. So I chuck this in the oven, and then I'm cleaning out my fridge. I'm doing my stuff. But then it's like everyone comes home and they're like, this smells so nice. And just even in the studio this morning, everyone comes in, they're like, oh, it's a great day because they smell roast chicken. It just puts everyone in a great mood. And so an hour and 20 minutes, 4:25, 3:75. Hi, how you doing? It looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah, this looks amazing. And so a lot of people will think I'm just going to go buy the rotisserie chicken because it's easier. It's actually
not
that tough.
No.
It's not that tough to do it.
Randy and I were
yourself.
talking about the fact that, you know, when you cook from scratch. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was so excited because this is really easy.
Yeah.
And like both roasting a beef or roasting a chicken are a simple way to cook with leftovers in advance, and you will feel so much better because you regulated what went on it. It makes you feel happy, you know, and you're saving money in the long run.
I was just going to say that. It's cheaper. If you're going to buy the whole chicken and cook the whole chicken.
It's healthier, you know what's inside.
It's cheaper than actually buying all the parts separately. So now we're moving on to veggies.
Veggies.
That's important. You wash those and cut those
So
up.
I wash them and cut them, and what I do in my place is I just get a few of them going onto a plate, and some people soak them, but I've only got one kid at home.
Yeah.
And the boy loves raw vegetables, and the reason why he does is because I have them around all the time. So what I do is I put them on a plate like this, and it's like a little bit bigger than a single serving. He might come back to it, but then what I'll do is I'll take paper towel and I'll wet the paper towel, right? And I'll kind of saran wrap it, and it'll go into the fridge. And then anytime he's hungry, he just goes up the fridge and he gets his vegetables. Or if he's not, like, if he wants some salt and vinegar chips, I'm like, you know where the vegetables are.
Right.
And he's got to work on the vegetables before he does.
I like that
but,
deal.
you know, go buy yourself a really good knife. This is Henkel or Zwilling.
Yes.
And I've had my very first set of knives in college was a set of these, the professional series.
You were very
this is
fancy
the S series.
in college.
And I'm not going to, no, you had to when you stepped it up. You had to show up the first day with really nice knives, right? And those knives I still have today.
Yes.
So I'm not going to age myself, but those knives are old enough to get into a bar. Just saying, they wouldn't get carded.
They wouldn't get carded.
My Henkel survived both my marriages. Anyway, so
Was that as long as?
yeah.
The point is, it's a good knife.